Have you ever felt like life isn't making sense? Like no matter how hard you try, things don't go your way? You've done everything you can, and still, it feels like the world is working against you. Maybe you've asked yourself, is there a plan for me? Does God care? Or am I just lost in this chaos? If these thoughts sound familiar, you are not alone. I've been there too. And I want to share something that can help you, something that can change the way you look at your life forever. Today, we're going to talk about God's plan for your life. It's a plan that may not always be clear, but it's always at work, shaping you, guiding you, and preparing you for something far greater than you can imagine. Act 1. Understanding the struggles of life. Life often feels like a puzzle with missing pieces, doesn't it? You're searching for answers, but all you find are more questions. You're working hard, but progress feels so slow. It's easy to feel frustrated, even abandoned. Let me share a story with you. Many years ago, I met a young man who came to the monastery in tears. He had just lost his job, his relationship had ended, and he felt completely defeated. He told me, "I've done everything right, but nothing is working. Why would God let this happen?" I listened to him, and then I asked, "Have you ever watched a potter shape clay on a wheel?" He looked confused, so I explained. When a potter works, they press and mold the clay, shaping it with firm hands. The clay might feel like it's being crushed, but it's actually being transformed into something beautiful and useful. In the same way, the challenges in your life are not here to break you. They're here to shape you, to prepare you for something greater. God's plan often includes struggles, not to punish us, but to make us stronger and more compassionate. Act 2. Trusting what you cannot see. One of the hardest lessons to learn is to trust what you cannot see. Imagine planting a seed in the ground. For weeks, you water it, but there's no sign of growth. It's tempting to think nothing is happening, but beneath the surface, the roots are growing deep and strong. Without those roots, the plant would never survive. Your life works the same way. Right now, you might not see the results you're hoping for. You might feel like you're stuck, like nothing is happening. But trust me, beneath the surface, God is working. He's strengthening your roots, preparing you for the blessings that are coming. The question is, can you have faith in the process? Can you trust that even when life feels difficult, there is a greater plan unfolding? Act 3. Letting go of control. Control is something we all struggle with. We want life to go exactly the way we planned. But the truth is, holding on too tightly can make us miss the beauty of what's unfolding. Think about this leaf. It doesn't resist the wind, it flows with it. And because of that, it reaches places it could never reach on its own. In the same way, when we let go of control and trust God's plan, we open ourselves up to possibilities far beyond what we can imagine. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means surrendering your fears, your doubts, and your need to control every detail. It means saying, "God, I trust you, even when I don't understand." Act 4. Discovering your purpose. Many people think that God's plan is about finding a specific job, achieving a certain goal, or reaching a destination. But let me tell you something important. God's plan is not about where you're going, it's about who you're becoming. Are you becoming kinder? More patient? More forgiving? Are you using your gifts to help others? These are the things that truly matter. These are the things that align with God's plan. Let me share another story. There was a woman who felt stuck in her life. She wanted to do something big, something important, but she didn't know where to start. One day, she began volunteering at a local shelter, helping people in small ways. Over time, those small acts of kindness grew into something extraordinary. She realized that God's plan wasn't about waiting for a big moment. It was about showing up every day, doing her best, and trusting that her efforts would make a difference. And they did. Act 5. Practicing faith and patience. Faith and patience go hand in hand. Faith is trusting that God's plan is at work even when you don't see results. Patience is waiting with grace, knowing that everything will unfold in its own time. Think of a caterpillar in its cocoon. It might feel like it's trapped, like nothing is happening. But inside, transformation is taking place. When the time is right, it emerges as a butterfly, ready to soar. In your life, there are seasons of waiting. These are not wasted times. They are times of growth, times of preparation. Trust the process. Trust that God's timing is always perfect. Act 6. Finding peace in the present. Finally, I want to leave you with this thought. Peace doesn't come from having all the answers. It comes from trusting that you don't need to. God's plan is not something you have to figure out all at once. It's something you live, step by step, moment by moment. Be present. Be grateful for what you have right now. And know that even in the hardest moments, you are never alone. The same God who created the stars, the mountains, and the oceans has a plan for you. Trust Him. And trust yourself to follow where He leads. My friend, if this message has resonated with you, I encourage you to share it with someone who might need hope today. Let's remind each other that no matter how uncertain life feels, God's plan is always at work. Take a moment today to reflect, to breathe, and to trust. The plan is unfolding, and you are exactly where you need to be. If this message has touched your heart, take a moment to share it with someone who might need it. Let's help each other remember that no matter how difficult life gets, God's plan is always at work. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave your comments, like, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks.